I believe they've got caught in a swirl of their own making, in that, from day one, they've been so against somebody that's going to shake the system and denied any of the attributes of the agenda, which they are working. One of the reasons I ran to start, talking about stuff like that. But I believe there's going to be a huge political liability, because they've been trying to build the case formally to take this into something that they've been working on for 2.5 years, and I don't think the American public is buying it. And I think this idea of kind of just floating it out there, focus grouping your way to consensus, and now we're moving to some type of formalization. I think it all looks like it's being orchestrated in a way that is completely disingenuous, and I think it's going to backfire on them. And wherever it goes, we'll contend with it, but it's a disservice to Hoosiers and Americans in general.
Well, Senator Braun, you got this week just announced that Democratic leader Pelosi is going to take a vote on Thursday for this impeachment proceedings, and that will be very interesting as well. What's your take on that?
I think it's, a plan they're trying to execute without foundation beyond the partisan foundations that have been orchestrating it from the get-go. And I think you just seen the kind of sequence of testimony that they've taken behind closed doors, leaking it out selectively. They're going to need more than that. And I think this is, again, rolling the dice on their part, that they keep by 1,000 cuts trying to take someone down when the essence isn't there to do it. So I think it backfires on them politically, and they do it at great peril, but we'll plow through it. If there would be a vote, if there'd be a vote on an article of impeachment, it comes to the Senate. 50 senators just signed on to a Lindsey Graham resolution that there's nothing there, and if there isn't anything beyond the transcript that was released, it's a waste of time telling the American public that it's an agenda that they've been pushing for a long time.
Well, it's going to be quite interesting as well. But, I got, one real question I think a lot of folks are asking. Yeah. Since the election of President Trump and what have you, and folks such as yourself, all the successes that the Republicans are doing day in, day out, lowest,
lowest unemployment in history.
Yeah.
Household incomes have gone up between 4,000 and 5,000 in under 3 years. They went up a total of just 1,000 under Bush and Obama through a 16-year stretch. The regulations that have filtered down to Main Street that have been lifted, the Tax Cut and Jobs Act. As a Main Street entrepreneur, never has the stage been set for the long run for more robust growth, and none of that gets talked about because of how vitriolic the politics are here. And I think that comes back. USMCA crossed the finish line. Pelosi's playing political footsie with it because it would be a feather in President Trump's cap. I think the American public's smarter than that, and they'll pay for it at the ballot box in November of 2020.